smartphone is very relevant, as is tablet for Africa. I believe that a good portion of the Africa population will skip a generation of traditional PC, and either the tablet or the smartphone will become the PC of Africa. It does make sense. Ultimately, we've got a huge untapped market, so we're talking about tens of millions of people. Smartphone for us, as I say, is just one of the windows in our PC Plus strategy. We're currently number 2 in China, made a huge growth there. We rolled out Wave 2, which was Russia, India and Indonesia, and we're currently busy with Wave 3. 3 weeks ago, we did the launch in the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, also very big markets when it comes to smartphone, and Africa is on the roadmap. Smartphone is a very different category of product, and
not something traditionally associated with Lenovo.
No, and something that you have to really make sure that you really do the investigation, you do your own research in each country that you want to launch, and really understand the metrics and the supply chain and the serviceability, and more importantly, understand the type of customers that you're addressing with those products. So I'm very comfortable with the global supply chain economies of scale. We have it. We're shipping tens of millions of phones per quarter in China, so that's already there. The first 3 weeks sell through in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates have been really good. But we can't ignore Africa. If we take a market like Nigeria, for instance, there's more than 100 million subscribers, mobile phone.
Lovely market to get into.
Correct, and 175 million people, and ultimately a big opportunity there. But having said that, there's a lot of other countries in Africa as well where there's a high penetration of a smartphone, and we need to investigate those as well. So I think for us, it's, as I said, it's brick by brick. We're not doing everything at once. And when we launch in whichever countries they will be first, we would have done the full end-to-end focus group research and make sure we've got the infrastructure to support what we want to bring to market.
But let's talk about the competitive landscape. I mean, aspirationally, we have Apple and Samsung, and stalwarts like Nokia, although not doing as well internationally, still have a good foothold in Africa, especially in East Africa. How are you going to go head to head to these brands, so to speak? But it's still at the same time being cost effective, because there's aspiration and there's affordability. Now, where does Lenovo fit in there?
I think competition is always healthy. I mean, without competition, I don't think any brands like Lenovo will survive. So we're excited about the challenge of moving up the smart connected device ranking, and definitely to become a relevant number 3, and then work on moving higher. I think definitely those brands that you mentioned, they're strong competitors. Ultimately, we need to make sure that we are not just another player. We need to make sure that we have a set go-to-market strategy that is relevant to Lenovo. I believe that, once again, the segmentation is quite diverse. So when I look at Africa today, even though there is a high penetration in phone, a lot of it is sort of feature phone.
Or smartphone, feature phone, enabled phone, so to speak.
Correct, enabled phone. Smartphone is the fastest growing. I mean, this is high triple digits, and we believe that we can be very relevant in there. We've already done some work on some go-to-market strategies where we believe that from, let's say, our first focus groups that we've done, those focus groups would be excited if we brought that type of technology to market. So I don't think it's just going to be about bringing another device. It's really going to be bringing probably a touch portfolio to market, which will incorporate some traditional, some new with the smartphone. At the same time, we want our own ecosystem when it comes to deploying those products into the market. And I think we've done a lot of work in the background. I think only time will tell whether it's successful or not. I can't give away everything, obviously. Some competition are listening, but we understand that. So we understand the competition, and it's really bit by bit. So it's not that we are going to go and get 20% share tomorrow. We've really built a matrix of where we believe we can be. We've projected audiences that we believe we can be relevant to, and the products that we will bring to market, although it will not be 100, it will be relevant for those markets. So even in as much as some of the products that we'll bring into certain markets will be different to other in Africa as well as Middle East.